My name is Adam Griffin, and for my final project in agriculture communications, I had the opportunity to job shadow a former colleague of mine who is currently a distillery shift manager at a local distillery here in Atchison, Kansas. The facility is MGP Ingredients. They're a leading supplier of premium distilled spirits and specialty wheat, proteins, and starches. The company recently purchased a dryer system from my current company. I'll talk more about that later. The day began, came on shift with the shift manager. We began doing turnover with the previous shift to find out how things ran, the current parameters that were going on. I got to witness teams working together to come up with resolve some issues they had at the previous shift. So I got to witness the manager reviewing all the protocols, the datas, the trends, to see what kind of production needs they went through that night. Then he began setting parameters for the day shift to maintain what production needs need to be met. So I got to talk with them through that. After turnover, we went back to his office and discussed some other things that he works on, and one of the things we got to do together was I got to shadow him doing sanitation checks throughout the facility. These are required to meet FDA and FSMA regulations. So we went through each department. There was a check sheet at each department that each day they had to make sure was documented. If there was something that needs to be addressed, he made sure it was addressed during his shift. If it was something that took longer than his shift, he would pass it on to the next shift manager to have all tasks completed. The rotary drum dryer system, I'll talk a little bit about that. So that's a piece of equipment that they currently installed. So they spent a lot of time also in the back end of the process taking their wet cake from their distillery and drying it and adding syrup to it, making a better feed product. The current dryer system they had in place was rather old, and they had some issues in the past with it. So it was removed, and they installed this new drying system. It is a very efficient drying system. It will help them secure a market for animal feed in the future. So it was a great opportunity to walk through that dryer system with him and learn what their needs are and his needs, and learn a little bit more about that aspect of it. At the end of the day, we spent several hours going through different protocols that he has to go through, reports, how he reports the production of alcohol, how he reports the production of animal feed, what the schedule looks like for upcoming needs for their customers. Then he also had some meetings with other management in other departments. As we went through each department, I got to witness how the departments are ran, how he operates and manages people efficiently. He does have to go through a bunch of call-ins and bring in extra people in when needed. So it was a great opportunity to see how a big leading distillery like this, how a manager has to go by day-to-day responsibilities for the company and for themselves. There's a lot of growth potential, I think, out of this. I got a lot of good information that will help me benefit me in the future to grow to be a better manager or a more efficient manager. I would like to move towards that direction, and I think this was a great opportunity. So I'm glad to have that. Thank you.